Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus named a team featuring 10 changes to the starting 15 for their second Castle Lager Rugby Championship match against Australia in Cape Town on Saturday, with Jesse Kriel leading the side for the second time in a test, with returns for Cheslin Kolbe, Damien de Allende, and Boks centurion Willie Leroux. Powerful prop Backstage will serve as Kriel's vice-captain for the first time in his international career, which dates back to 2018 when he made his Springbok debut against Wales in Washington, D.C. Only 5 players in the starting 15 retained their places from the team's 38-22 defeat against the Wallabies in Johannesburg last week, while a total of 13 players were involved in the encounter at Ellis Park. The 5 players who will start against Australia for the second week in a row are Inch, Malcolm Marx, Marco van Staden, Grant Williams, and Kriel, who takes over the captaincy from the injured Siya Kolisi, while Franco Mostert, Kanan Moody, Wilco Liu, Bowen Venter, Eben Etzebeth, Lud de Jager, Quagga Smith, and Kobus Renak are the other players who will get another run against the visitors. 4 players were ruled out of contention for selection due to injury, namely Kolisi, loose forward, Pieter-Steph du Toit, utility forward, and wings Kurtley Arends, Edwil van der Merwe. The only change to Erasmus' front row was the inclusion of prop Thomas du Toit, who will pack down alongside Ench and Marx, while the Bok coach named a new lock pairing of R.G. Snyman and Juan Norch. Van Staden, meanwhile, will form a loose trio with Franco Mostert and Jean-Luc Dupreez. The back line, in turn, sees the experienced duo of Kriel and Damien de Allende reunite in the midfield for the 38th time, while Grant Williams and Andre Pollard will partner up at halfback, Kolbe and Moody at wing, and Leroux, who became only the 8th player in SA rugby history to earn 100 test caps against Georgia last month, completing the back line at fullback. Erasmus named 6 forwards and 2 backs on the replacements bench, where Marnus van der Merwe, Venter, and Liu will serve as the impact front row, along with the experienced trio of Etzebeth, de Jager, and Smith. The 2 backline players on the bench are the versatile Renak and Sasha Feinberg-Ngomezulu. Erasmus attributed the changes to injuries and strategic adjustments for the forthcoming challenge. We lost 4 players to injury last weekend, which obviously had an impact on a few of our selections, but we also know where we went wrong against Australia last week, so we made a few changes that we believe will offer us what we need for this game, said Erasmus. Damien and Cheslin have also recovered from their injuries, and with their experience and knowledge of the Wallabies, it was a logical choice to recall them. Erasmus added, "We are determined to get things right this week. Bowen got a taste of what it's like to face Australia last week, and Juan did well against them last year, while it will be good for a few other guys to experience playing against one of the top teams in the world, especially as we continue to build our squad depth. We are pleased with this squad, and we are all aligned on what we have to do to lift our standards this week." Erasmus expected another physical battle against the Wallabies. There's no doubt they'll take a lot of confidence from their victory last week, and especially since that marked their first victory at Ellis Park against us in the professional era. We are still hurting from that result, and the coaches and players are extremely disappointed with the way we played last week. We know we didn't play according to our standards in the second half, and we must rectify that. We let ourselves and the country down, so we have all the motivation we need to make things right this week. The Boks may have enjoyed success against the Wallabies in Cape Town since 1992, where the hosts have won 7 out of the 8 Tay.